fans packed the Paddock Building for night 2 of the 2025 Formula One Las Vegas Grand Prix, watching all the twists and turns of an exciting qualifying.
Now to the hardwood court. The Las Vegas Aces are looking to start the playoffs off strong as they take on the number 7 seed Seattle Storm here in the first round.
The Golden Knights able to defend the Fortress against the Dallas Stars, but this was a tough-fought back-and-forth game that came down to a shootout.
Rookie star running back Ashton Genty ran in his first NFL touchdown, while veteran QB Geno Smith threw for 362 yards and a passing touchdown. With the victory, the Raiders snap an 11-game skid of losing games when being down at the half. Currently right now, Lando Norris is in first place in the driver's standings. His teammate Oscar Piastri is in second place, and Max Verstappen is currently at third place. And it's all setting up for another great end to a Formula One season. With the game tied, seconds remaining before overtime, Riley Smith does the unimaginable. Taking a tough angle at the goal, shoots, deflects the puck off of the Oilers' stick for the game-winning goal. My, oh my, sweet cherry pie. And an incredible end to a must-win game for the VGK. After an epic showdown at Michelob Ultra Arena, the Las Vegas Aces are now up 2-0 in the 2025 WNBA Finals against the Phoenix Mercury. A commanding performance for the Aces. Thanks for joining us for our post-game show. I'm Ryan Ketcham. We have team coverage tonight. We have our Taylor Rocha live at Michelob Ultra Arena. But first, our Nick Walters joins us in studio. Nick, what a game for the Aces.
Hey there, Tricia and Abel. Yeah, a bunch of fans are all around me as the second practice is still a little over an hour away. That's going to start at about 8 o'clock here for the Formula One Las Vegas Grand Prix. But all these teams are strategizing right now. And one of the big strategies is what tires to use. I actually got a couple examples right here. The red tires are soft tires. Medium tires are the yellow ones. These are the dry tires used during dry conditions. But here are the rest of them. Hard tires are white, blue tires are wet, and green tires are intermediate. But here, let's break it down for all of you. Soft tires are the quickest to warm up, gives you the most grip, which allows you to drive faster, but they wear out quicker. Hard tires takes the longest to warm up, has less grip, which makes you drive slower, but it lasts longer. And the middle is in between both of them. But what happens if it rains? Well, they do have that figured out. The blue tires are wet tires. They have pretty good tread, as you can see right here, allowing for grip during heavy rainfall. Now, intermediate tires still have tread, but they're mostly used during light rain and wet road conditions. That's where the strategy really comes into place. Our meteorologist Justin Bruce actually told me this morning that it may rain a bit tonight. It may rain tomorrow throughout the day. There's chances all day long, but we don't know about Saturday. They might be very low chances to rain Saturday. So one of the big pieces of strategy that they're going to have to work on is they might be using different tires for these practice rounds than they're going to use for qualifying tomorrow. Then they're going to use for Saturday's race. So remember, the soft, medium, and hard tires, those are only used during dry conditions. You don't want to use it if it's wet. So if it rains tomorrow, well, these tires are pretty much going to be useless. They're going to have to use intermediate or wet. But if they use that during qualifying, they're going to have to switch back for Saturday's race. So a lot of strategy really goes into defining what the best tire is to use on the track itself.
I'm actually joined alongside the College of Southern Nevada women's head basketball coach and assistant sports director, Dan Savage. Dan, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
You were watching the game in studio with us. A tremendous performance, not just by the stars, but we saw some big defensive performances by Chelsea Gray and Jewel Lloyd as well.
Yeah, it wasn't, a lot of times in the WNBA, you see either the Batman and Robin, right? Where you have a superstar and then somebody go along with them. Today it was Batman, Batman, and Batman. There was 3 of them out there, and a great supporting cast. But that energy, intensity, communication from the beginning was massive.
Sure. And you mentioned maybe 3 or 4 Batmen out there. Just a fantastic performance from the Aces all around. As a coach, what would you really pick out of stuff that you need to work on, but also stuff that you continue on into Game 3 and the rest of the series?
Yeah, I think what they need to continue on from today is their active hands. It was a very good first quarter, very competitive. They were both throwing haymakers at each other, trying to get that advantage. And I thought Chelsea Gray and basically all the Aces spaces. Their active hands created steals and extra possessions for the team. So I think they would continue that. And then, you know, once your foot's on the gas, keep it on the gas.
Yep. And we heard from Nick's stats a little bit earlier, 28 and 14 for A'ja Wilson. I mean, the MVP, sure, it was all around game, but the MVP coming up with some big time plays. I mean, how big is it to be able to have her succeed out on the court?
I mean, I hate to say it's expected, right? But she's such a fantastic player, one of the best to ever pick up a basketball. And, you know, we go as she goes. Not to say we couldn't win a game if she had a bad one, but at this point in the season, you rely on your superstars, and she did nothing but show up.
Yeah, nothing but show up. And lastly, Las Vegas Aces, they're going to Phoenix now.
Yep.
I mean, it could be the last two games of the series. I mean, what do they need to focus on to be able to close this one out?
Yeah, of course they're gonna face an intense crowd, right? We talked about off air about the short travel distance, which last year we were traveling to New York, and now it's a quick little flight down to Phoenix. So they need to embrace the battle of the two deserts and understand that it's going to be a chaotic, hectic environment. And again, like they did today, withstand that initial blow from Phoenix, and I think we'll be okay.
Great. Well, thanks so much, Dan. I appreciate you joining us. We'll have more from Dan a little bit later in our coverage.
The team building this new state-of-the-art ballpark in this lot right here behind me on the Las Vegas Strip say that construction will start immediately with drilling Monday night. But we know many of you have questions, including how long will it take? How much will it cost? And will this even happen? Well, I took those questions directly to A's officials.
We're planning for whatever may come our way. And, you know, and we're going to get this thing built.
A sign of confidence by Athletics owner John Fisher, shared among many at the ballpark groundbreaking Monday.
There is going to be Major League Baseball in Las Vegas in 2028.
It's going to be the Athletics?
It is.
But not everyone is sold that this ballpark will come to fruition. Several locals have messaged us that they don't think this will happen. MLB Commissioner Rob Manfred disagrees.
I don't understand the skeptics. I haven't for some time. I mean, John Fisher and his team at the A's completely committed to this project, to getting the A's to Las Vegas.
Skeptics I've talked to say that there's two big concerns. The first, the timeline is aggressive to get the team here by 2028. But the second is whether or not the funding is actually locked in.
Yeah, we're on track for April opener, right? The start of the Major League season in 28.
But what about the price? In December, we reported that the project will cost $1.75 billion.
The project budget is the project budget, 1.75, and it's tracking really well.
Up to $380 million will come from state taxpayer funds. $300 million will come from a loan to the Fishers, and $1.1 billion from the Fishers. But can they cover the cost? I asked John Fisher directly. Do you guys have enough money to build this ballpark and actually be here in Las Vegas?
Yeah, no, I mean, from the beginning, we've said we had this. You know, you don't start a project like this unless you intend to complete it.
In December, the A's presented a note to Las Vegas officials from U.S. Bank saying that the Fishers can afford their portion of the bill. But skeptics point out that it doesn't mention they will pay their portion. The construction team tells me that this stadium won't be fully ready until 2028 before the MLB season. But they tell me that you should see physical signs of the ballpark as early as this fall. Reporting outside the future home of the Las Vegas Athletics, I'm Ryan Ketcham.